Welcome, it's Domain Dave from cheapwinefinder.com again. With another wine review, we write up a review of value price wine. This one's a little bit more expensive than normal, but it's still value. About 3 times a week, and when we're done writing it up, we plug in the microphone and then we talk about it. And today we have a wine, kind of a mystery wine, because I couldn't find a whole bunch of information about it. There's things out there, but it's from 3 or 4 different sources, and none of them really tell the whole story. The name of this wine is Matias Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon 2021. It is a wine that's mostly from Yountville AVA, with a little bit left over from Calistoga, which are 2 elite grape growing areas in Napa Valley. We know that much about it. We know the winemaker is Dan Fitzpatrick, and we know that there's a Enos Vineyards out of Sonoma, which is a small boutique winery. They only have a list. You have to be on a list to get their wines, but they're small, and they have something to do with it. And there's a bunch of different brands. Matias just seems to do this Napa Valley one. There's a 2019, and this is a 2021. All the information I could find is from 2019, actually. Which was a really good year. 2018, 2019 in Napa was excellent. 2021 was pretty good, but there was some difficulties and it was a smaller yield, but the grapes were fine. And this is a wine I found for $21.99, which is like mostly single vineyard Yountville Napa with a little Calistoga thrown in, is a crazy price. You tend to get a taste of Napa for anything under 30. And here's this, Dan Fitzgerald, it looks like he's worked for several of the leading high-end vineyards in California, Napa, everywhere. So he seems to know a lot of people, and that's one of those things that are great, because you can get these smaller wines. I don't think it's a big volume wine at all. But he said that the reason he's doing this is to really upend the whole Napa complacency thing, where everything is bigger and better and more expensive. And here he is bringing in wines for $22 for a Napa Cabernet Sauvignon. And here's the thing: they named the two cooperages. He used 2 French cooperages, 60% new barrels. Saury, and I forget the other one, which is like Saury's from like 1642. I mean, these are some of the elite barrel makers in the world, and their barrels only go into the best wines. Or the wines only go into their barrels, so to be more precise. And here he is. We're using this on this $22 wine, but they don't name the vineyard it came from, but there aren't any bad vineyards in Yountville. And since he's got friends, he probably got it from a really good one. And Calistoga's pretty snazzy too. I'm gonna take a sip. I put links in the website on the review all over the page to different places where I found information. There's a couple different distributors. There is no real web page for this or anything. They seem to have had a web page at one time, but that's gone. And they seem to, if it's going to be a Santa Barbara Pinot Noir, they have a brand for that. If it's going to be a wine out of Sonoma, they have a brand for that. They seem to have a brand for every time they have one of these little deals. And it could be because, every deal is different, so they made a different brand to separate everything, which is fine with me, but it just makes it hard to seek out and find these wines. I never knew about it. I was looking at the local big box wine shop on their website, and I saw it, looked interesting, and I researched it. I said, yeah, I want that wine. I actually tried to get the 2019, but they were out of that because that's the one that's all over the internet. That's from the great year, and it's great grapes from a great year. And this is from a good year, which is still really good, especially for $21.99, and you're looking for a really good Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. And this is it. At 2021 vintage, it's still really bright and lively. It is a really balanced wine. Really good flavors. Nothing sticks out. The acidity is great. This wine has terrific length. It's just, yeah, the tannins are smooth. Flavors keep unfolding and flowing. There's good spice. There's blackberry. There's licorice. And you're getting some raspberry and some. I had some like strawberry dipped in caramel. Not sweet, but that kind of flavor on the finish I thought was really nice. Yeah, different types of spice. Yeah, this is a really nice Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. It's very rare that you find one at this price range. I know I did a recent Trader Joe's brand for $19.99, and I know nothing about that one, but I do think and that was good. I'm not saying Trader Joe's Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon was anything other than really good, but this is better. It just is. Yep, I took another sip. Yeah, I've been taking sips on this one. I always say I don't give scores, I don't give points, but I do take sips, and sometimes lots of them. You know, sometimes I kind of like a wine so much that I keep talking and I don't take time to take a sip. So, you know, you can never tell if I don't shut up or if I stop to sip. It's all means the same thing. So that's it for me, Domain Dave from cheapwinefinder.com. Matias Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon 2021. Seek it out. It is something good. You might have to go on the internet to find it. You might have to go on the internet to buy it. But it's worth it, and the price is right. I've got more coming. We're coming up on New Year's, so we'll probably got another bubbly in there and something else. There's a time for a couple more. So I'll talk to everybody in a couple of days. So adios, keep it cheap, and bye-bye.